try it again.
You know what they say. Something's got to give. It's a coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see two teams, each riding a 3-game win streak, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Switch. White Monday.
He is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go. 6:37. Mike Bobo.
Throwing his car on 3rd down.
You have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Down. 185. Here we go, team. Here I come.
On first, here's Washington. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Time for a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. 1 in running the ball, 1 in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We're good. 180.
Carr on the give. It's Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We got this.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense to make plays on the edge.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 38.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Washington on third and short. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a carry for P-Run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
29. 29. Go.
Carr. And he whips that one incomplete there. Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target. But it'll be second and goal. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when they're running the route tree in pregame,
that's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical, almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
And it's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. What he did with it.
Check 3.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Oakland. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
And now the Chiefs' offensive starters.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
Yellow! 180! Let's get it together, defense! Let's get it together! Check 26!
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And this one complete to back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The first carry now for Doug Martin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
That good for 22 and a
back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Here's Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. It's Williams on the catch. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 40 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the
and he's in! Touchdown! Raiders in that advantage. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop him. They knew they had to meet him with a little bit of force, but on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Point after now from Sturgis. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje Perine. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet. and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Well, look now at our starting defense. Currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, #1 versus #1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Dude, you are fired up. Something's got to give. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Running on first down, Oakland. And he's got this down to the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Yellow.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Fight on these two. Hey, watch the slant.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Take it and for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense, but after what they just did.
The extra point. Makes it 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And we turn our focus to Doug Martin. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first and 10, here's Carr. He's going to find and complete to Renfro. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Running it, Washington. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 1st down, it's Washington. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We got it. Double time. 4 down, check. 4 down.
On 2nd down, Washington. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bobbled up.
On 3rd down, Carr. The open man here will throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Carr now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. They run with Washington. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
93.
Watch 50. Come on.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short
play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at them again.
Second and goal from the one. Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. It might not do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And at contract time, you want to show touchdowns scored way more than you want to show yards per carry.
Sturgis for the extra point, and it's now 21-7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Oakland. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
It's easy work, and it's
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give them a touchdown.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best tackle.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders have recovered.
They don't want it, boys. They don't want it. They don't want it.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's made it easy for us to put together a highlight package. Just wondering what he ate before this one started.
Let's include that in the package, right? Get the gourmet out here, figure it all out, and you guarantee he'll do that going forward as well, because with a game like this, you don't want to change things too much. Oh, yeah, you also want to continue to get that great blocking he's received today, too.
Right. Kudos to the guys up front indeed. Fleshed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
This is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Ready? Ready to run. 6-18. Max 50, Mike.
Here's Carr to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Stop me out here.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Bravo! Like Fofo. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 44.
Shotgun now for Paul. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Raiders call out a nickel set here for third down.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll find Metcalf. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. Yeah, they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. It's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Relax and enjoy the second quarter lead right now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half.
5.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. This is caught by Williams. 25 yards that time.
We got this.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch there.
To throw is Carr. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
694. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
On the clock. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. The Broncos still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. 2 touchdown passes there for Mitchell Trubisky. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. A touchdown there for Le'Veon Bell. In our game, it's been the play of Derek Carr. That's the way. His guys have a 2-touch.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it though. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 6. Gun with Oakland. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Yellow. On the line. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
This is a counter play. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
I got you. I got you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. Open man is Ross, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are doing.
Kansas City touchdown. DK Metcalf, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. That time a 6